You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I am back, Rodrance, for Black and White Sports. We're going to talk about the Michael Irvin case. Man, there's a lot of interest in this case. Man, it's kind of steamrolling. Got a very Deshaun Watson kind of feel on this channel. A lot of interest in it, a lot of views. It is clear that people are very interested to see what happens involving the Dallas Cowboy legend and NFL Hall of Famer. In fact, I think a lot of people are sort of pulling for Michael here, that he might have been unjustly removed from NFL Network and ESPN during Super Bowl week. So there's been some things happen. There's been some movement. And now Marriott, the hotel, of course, who, of course, the worker, the employee that is laying the accusations at Michael Irvin, Marriott is starting to go on the offensive. They're starting to now badmouth Michael Irvin. They're starting to make some comments. It's probably because Marriott has suffered some losses in court, okay? Some things have been ruled in Irvin's favor, outside of the fact that they did get the case moved. Marriott did get the case moved, which was sort of a standard operating procedure to try to move certain cases, remove it over to federal if possible. And I think now they're trying to get it moved to Arizona. All right? They were trying to avoid any home cooking that Michael Irvin might experience if the case was in Texas because, well, like I said, he's a Cowboys legend. Let's get to this because now we got Marriott. They're on the offensive now, or you could say the offensive. They're playing defense by way of offense. Let's put it that way. Yard barker, Michael Irvin accused of feeding the propaganda machine. Here we go. Marriott's motion denied. Since its filing last month, there have been multiple developments in the lawsuit brought against Marriott by former Dallas Cowboy receiver Michael Irvin. Most developments involve Irvin attempting to obtain evidence of his supposed transgressions and Marriott moving to deny the request. Yeah, Irvin's just simply saying, look, I know there's surveillance video of this alleged incident or this encounter, and we should peel back the curtain. If I am guilty, we should peel back the curtain and show everybody said evidence. I want to see said evidence. Irvin immediately denied that there was any wrongdoing, and he immediately filed this $100 million lawsuit against Marriott and the accuser. It's a pretty strong statement, actually, from Michael Irvin. The most recent events followed this same pattern. On Friday, District Judge Amos Mazant III ordered Marriott to respond to Michael Irvin's request for surveillance video and other materials by Tuesday at 5 p.m. Marriott responded to this order with back-to-back court filings. Both filings made it clear that Marriott had no intention of providing the materials requested by Irvin and his attorney. On Monday, Marriott International asked District Judge Mazant to either dismiss Irvin's case entirely or move the case to the District of Arizona. Their basis was a lack of personal jurisdiction. In the documents filed in the Eastern District of Texas, Marriott argued, quote, that none of the facts and circumstances given rise to Irvin's claims occurred in Texas. This was the second time Marriott requested the move. Previously, they had the case removed from Collin County U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of Texas, Sherman Division. That move was possibly a response to the initial judge's order to provide Irvin with requested materials. Moving the case gave them an opportunity to convince a different judge that the requests were unreasonable. A similar order was issued, however, a new deadline. They also argued in this particular motion that they do not own Renaissance properties. It is true that the specific property where the incident supposedly occurred is owned by FHX, looks like Phoenix Hotel LLC. However, Marriott International is the parent company of Renaissance Hotels. Marriott accuses Michael Irvin of, quote, feeding his propaganda machine. So Marriott is very aware that there's a lot of people that are Team Irving right now. All right? They're very aware of that, and they're probably trying to stop that train before it keeps rolling any further, but I just don't think that's going to happen. I've said Michael Irvin's very likable, and there's already been eyewitnesses come out on behalf of Irving. A lot of people took note of that. There's already been some video come out taken by one of the eyewitnesses involving interactions Irving had with several people, none of which seemed to be off color. So, the very next day, after filing a motion to dismiss the case entirely, Marriott filed another court document. According to court documents obtained by Dallas Morning News, the 15-page motion asked for the federal judge to deny Michael Irvin's request to expedite the release of surveillance video and other information related to the case. Marriott claimed the request lacked legitimate urgency. They argued the only urgency for the request was litigating in the court of public opinion in an effort to convince the NFL to let him cover the NFL Combine. What? Okay. So they think he's trying to get back on air right now. Interesting. Marriott went on to argue, in other words, plaintiff hopes to obtain the footage so that he can fashion a narrative, feed his propaganda machine, and improperly invite potential jurors to prejudge this matter in his favor. The assertion is smoke without fire. Judge issues order in Michael Irvin's favor. After submitting 2 different court documents to avoid turning over the surveillance video and other relevant information, Marriott has been ordered for a 3rd time to honor Irving's request for the materials. U.S. District Judge Amos Mazant III has ordered Marriott International to produce the evidence by March 7th at 5 p.m. So they've gotten themselves a nice little deadline. He has given permission, however, to redact the name of the woman who made the allegation. So that's not going to be made public for now. So far, the nature of the complaints against Irving are unknown. Marriott has not provided any details except to say that Irving made harassing and inappropriate comments. The information sought by Irving and his attorney is expected to provide details of the woman's account. And we don't even know that the video is going to show anything, okay? We don't know that it's going to, exonerate Michael Irvin. And, well, he's good. Nothing to see here. And we don't know that it's going to prove anything on behalf of the accuser. All right? It could just prove to be completely inconclusive for all we know, and then we proceed forward from there. I do know one thing. Marriott is very much attempting to try to keep this surveillance video out of, looks like, Michael Irvin and the public's hands at this point, right? Which, if Michael Irvin actually did the said things that they say he did, and there's video to prove that, you would think they would want that out there. Maybe they don't. I don't know. Interesting. Now, the attacks have started on Irving. It should be noted, by the way, the official hotel sponsor of the NFL is Marriott. Irving works for the NFL Media with the NFL Network. So, this is getting sort of ugly between an official sponsor for the NFL and an NFL employee. For full disclosure, I would love to see said NFL employee take down a big sponsor of the NFL. I would laugh my ass off. Okay, so what we're rooting for is the truth here, and we did not like the snap judgment decision to just immediately make Michael Irvin guilty in the court of public opinion, and then him having been yanked from ESPN and NFL Network during the Super Bowl. And hell yeah, I want to see Michael Irvin on the damn NFL Combine breaking down wide receivers. I mean, who's better than that? Come on. So you get the point here. There's just too much guilty until proven innocent these days. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time. Black and White Network supporters, make sure you go over and check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. 25% off USA First. 25% off USA First. Go now.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.